welcome back to another edition of Neon Motherfucking Trash. Today we're doing another episode of Tech Talk with Tommy, but today the name of the game is bootlegs. Bootlegs, bootlegs, bootlegs. That's right, guys. Love them or hate them, they're here to stay. And of course, this guy right here loves a good bootleg. But it kind of takes something special for me to actually purchase a cartridge, in this case for my 8-bit Nintendo system, and add it into my collection. So what I've got here is a Resident Evil demake. Now I happen to get this copy of it online through AliExpress, where else, of course, and it was pretty affordable. So we've been doing horror movies all month long here on Neon Trash in celebration of October and Halloween, and we're about to be moving into the month of November. By the time you guys see this video right here, it should be November. But you know what? I think we're gonna bleed a little bit of the spookiness right into the old turkey season. Stick with me, folks. This one is definitely gonna be one that you're not gonna wanna miss. Wow. Talk about a ball buster of a game. In typical old school NES 8-bit fashion, Resident Evil NES is completely cryptic, extremely difficult, and it busts your balls throughout the entire duration of the game, or at least throughout the entire duration that I played. Oh my god, I must have played that opening level a ton of times just to get to certain parts again. And sure, the original Resident Evil for the PS1 was an extremely cryptic and difficult game. I mean, there's puzzles, there's mystery, there's intrigue, there's backtracking, there's conserving ammo, and utilizing every inch, every space of your inventory in an adequate manner so that you can survive. They used to call games like that in the 90s survival horror for a reason. I feel like the developer of this game tried to take that mentality and translate it into an 8-bit NES title. And as you guys could see, it's from a top-down perspective, much like the old school 8-bit Metal Gear game from way back in the day, something that I am a huge fan of. I remember playing it when I was a kid. So I can get on board with this game's dynamic. I love the overall idea. And that super awesome intro with 8-bit old school graphics showing the story, I thought was fucking sweet. I mean, just to see key images from the old PS1 title demade into an 8-bit game, fucking awesome. For those of you that have played a lot of Resident Evil games, clearly you could see that they lifted the action dynamic from the Game Boy title Resident Evil Gaiden. That was a game that I actually liked, and I thought the combat in that game, while not the best, was fluid enough, and you could, actually play the game and make progress. Here, I feel like the cursor moves way too fast on the screen. It doesn't give you a chance to kind of gauge your timing. But the question is, folks, does this 8-bit Nintendo version of Resident Evil give you old school, early to mid 90s PS1 vibes? Yeah, a little bit. Seeing some of those key movie segments and that "you died" game over screen written in blood was definitely cool, and it really lent itself to the old school PS1 title. I mean, when I would see those moments, I'd be like, oh man, and it would just make me reflect upon, my teenage years. But outside of that, it really does feel like it's kind of cobbled together. And if you understand that going into this bootleg, that you're going to be playing a passion project from a hacker, someone that's taking this Nintendo ROM and creating it, out of love for Resident Evil and the 8-bit Nintendo, and you gauge your expectations, to that, then I think you'll come into this game with the right frame of mind. But if you're looking for something, some like hidden gem that's super refined and a fluid experience from beginning to end, well then you might want to find a different bootleg, because this one, I gotta say, this is an awesome addition to my bootleg collection. I love the cartridge. I mean, just look at this thing. It's so cool looking. It looks just like an authentic old school NES game. It's well made. There's actual metal screws in the back of the cartridge. This isn't just some plastic fart out bootleg that I got on AliExpress. This was made with love and care. Much like the ROM that was used in the chips for this cartridge, it was made with a lot of love and care. So out of 10 stars, I think I could give Resident Evil NES, I'm gonna go with a, I'm torn guys, I'm thinking 6.5 or a flat 7. Now that might seem high, but if you're a fan like me and you dial those expectations back just a little bit, and you come into this understanding that you're about to play some raw, rough cut bootleg demake of the classic PS1 title Resident Evil, well then guys, you'll find yourself enjoying this immensely. I hope I've been informative. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Motherfucking Trash. Good night, folks, and you know what? Happy Halloween. Cheers.